What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? So today we are going to be changing out the radiator for my 2009 Toyota Camry. It has a leak on it. It's my fault though. I went over like a big bump, so like my driveway, I have like a roundabout driveway. One is like angled, the other one just like drops, and went a little too hot outside and smacked the ground real hard. So it didn't bust the radiator, but it made it leak. So because it's all pinched weld, so we're gonna fix that and get it all taken care of. So let's dig into this. It looks like it's just gonna be a lot of like channel locks and 10 millimeters. So stick with me and we'll walk through the whole process, figure out what we need to do and how you can do it too. So it doesn't look that hard. And I've never done it. I did watch, not watch, but I did read about on how to do this. So stick around, let's get it. One of my favorite tools ever, the Radiator. The Radiator 3000. Okay, gotta find me a 10 millimeter. So first we're gonna take the airbox intake off. Should be a 10 millimeter. And look, don't make fun of me, okay? Make sure you get yourself a little magnet thing to catch all the bolts. So this just pops right out. You could just throw this up here, bucket, throw it underneath, okay? Pedcock down there. Let's see it, but there's a pedcock down here. Let's see, right in here. I don't know if you could see it or not, but right there. And what we're going to do is twist it and drain all the fluid. I did already take this off. I did that like right when I stopped, but it should start draining out all the fluid. So let's do this. Another thing, don't let your dogs around because coolant is also get your animals very sick. But there's no coolant in here, it's all water. Top one is off. So now we're gonna work with the bottom one right now. So this bottom one's over here. You'll see it, so it's out of the way. Make sure it's over. Usually they make like a little bevel lip. Make sure it's over that lip, okay? And then off. That is for your radiator overflow, okay? Okay, now it looks like, let's take off the fan clips. So let's see how we're gonna do these so we don't mess them up. Get yourself a little flathead, it looks like. Just using this guy, okay? And then you just slide it in and pull. This clip right here, don't like cut this off, just leave it because then you can push it into the other radiator. Then we got one more clip down below because there's two fans, okay? So let's get that other fan. So if you're like, I can't get these off, you're gonna just stick this bad boy just up above, like right in here, and just push down just barely anything and it'll pop right out. The only thing that is hooked up now would be hose wise is going to be for the transmission, which I'm going to do that last because that could be the most messiest. I'm still draining fluid out of the radiator, and it looks like the motor too because this car has 220,000 miles. It's a good running car. My parents actually bought it in 2009, brand new, and it's been in the family ever since. So I'm gonna start taking these bolts off. So there's one right here. Okay. There's one right here, one right here. There's one in here and one in here. These I'll be taking off with a wrench. 10 millimeter. Middle looks like a middle radiator support bracket. Doesn't look like it's going to be hard to take off, but to install, probably going to be a pain in the butt. So you take the hood latch off first. Then they'll probably give you some room to take that other one that I almost got this stuck in. Okay, so now we're going to be taking off the horns. And it looks fairly easy. You can just stick your hand in here, push down, pull it out. There's a little button, it looks like. So this piece comes out. All right. Put it off to the side. We're taking apart the transmission lines, which is this same concept as taking off these top radiator hoses. So get your little channel right here. So we're just gonna slide these down, okay? Slide this one down too. To be smart, I'm gonna go get like some pig mat, lay it down so I don't get transmission fluid everywhere. Liquid out for the radiator. All it is just water. All right, so the pig mat is underneath. Now we're gonna push these hoses down. Both are out. Okay, now we're going to be taking off the condenser. And there should be 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, come on. Radiator I got from Auto Shack. Came all vacuum sealed. It's really nice. And so now what we're going to do is take this out and all the hoses that are on here put off, and then you gotta take these rubber grommets off. We gotta put them on here, so let's do that. I think this was like 75, 80 bucks, maybe 90 bucks, I don't know. I either got it off eBay or Amazon. Alrighty, the new radiator is out. Let me see here. This is missing, but they put it on right here because I guess they didn't want it to stub out, which is a smart idea. So it's all flared. Looks like it's fairly simple, and it just like so. So with that being said, put that on. Crescent. Tighten this up. Okay. Now you want to take off all these transmission lines, okay? We'll right back in. Okay. And we'll even put the little clamp back on, okay? So another like little trick and tip for you guys is that when you're putting these hoses back on, know which way your radiator is going. I'm putting these clips down because if I have to work on the car, it's probably because I'm going to be on my back underneath. So just make sure that they're facing down. Okay? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think I can put this on after everything, so we'll just do that. So now we're going to take this bottom one off. Everything should be put in, so let's put in these bottom caps. Okay. And we'll put in the top ones once we install. I'm going to try to see if I could just put this down in there. Just a smidge. Oh, I got that one. Okay, well, that one ain't going in. Some fluid too, because I didn't do that. Okay, I'm gonna put on this hose, the bottom hose. Put it all the way on. My little channings. Now, the transmission lines, you just put them back the same way that they came. Okay, all clamps are on. So now the fans will be going in. So let's get the fans. Try not to hit the radiator. Hook up your electrical. You remember that we pulled the tabs out, so these should just push right back in. Super easy. Everything snaps in, snaps in, snaps in, snaps in. Okay. All right, now we're gonna hook up this part. If you remember, we had horns that we had to hook up, and then also this. So we'll hook up everything. No. Bam. Just like so. Okay. So now that this is in, make sure everything is going to fit correctly. Okay. That should go in. The last one has to be done by hand, okay? Okay. That is on. Just go through everything. Check the radiator, wiggle it. Looks like it's pretty good. Everything's in there. Make sure you install this. Okay, I'm back. Got the coolant. Got the concentrated so I can mix it with water. So, yes, made sure I got the Toyota Peak. I think it's pink. So, pink and it's pink. All right, so let's put it in. So I'm squeezing the radiator hose to kind of like pump in the coolant. We're gonna put this back on because it is time. Easy. It's those last two 10mm bolts. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to start the car and bring it up to a operating temperature, and it should burp the system. And once that is it, we'll drain that and it should be good. All right, let's start it. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna clean up. Alright guys, so what happened here is my audio totally cut out because the car actually took over the the Bluetooth. So I had no audio here, but basically at the end of the day I did end up putting about half of the coolant bottle and half water, and it got it to operating temperature. But I want to thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it, and you guys have a blessed day. See you guys later on the next one. Bye.